Hi, kids. Welcome to the Chicago Style Podcast. I am your host, Brian Schyler, along with my beautiful friend, Presley. How about that? Guest host, Presley. And, of course, Murph in the Morning, who is also a beautiful friend. See him waving? Look at all that beauty. That is wonderful. Where we talk about entertainment in Chicago or anywhere. Fine dining, unfine dining, music, live music especially, comedy, sports, right? A lot to talk about with sports, or maybe not. I don't know. And we'd like to talk about parking garages or anything in Chicago, pizza that entertains you and you find interesting. Even if you don't find it interesting, you're going to listen because we're asking you to. Welcome to the Chicago Style Podcast. We love you.
Please watch.
Yeah. Wow.
Please listen.
That's a, what would you call that? A real testimonial. Please watch. Please listen. I received this, and I was just talking to Ms. Prez, and of course, Murph. I just received this book as a gift, and I don't know, and it is the gift-giving season pretty soon here with Thanksgiving being, now I hate to document us in time, right?
That's fine.
But it's okay?
Yeah.
It's all right? So anyway, tomorrow's Thanksgiving for all you jive turkeys out there, and which means right after Thanksgiving is Christmas time, and I just received this book today from Murph, and it's a gift. And, you know, if you're somebody like me, you're touched by receiving gifts. I know I am. And we all want a gift, and it almost feels better to give than to receive.
Well, they call it Thanksgiving.
Thanks, and you certainly, and we all remember what happened to the Indians right after that. That's correct. And I'm not talking about the Cleveland Indians because now they're the Are they the Commanders? No, they're the Guardians.
Okay,
of the Galaxy. Yeah,
I
right.
forget.
Baseball is kind of out. It's months ago now. So I wrote something. Really clever in here. It says, stop reading this. But Presley had to inform me because I said, don't read this. And she said, stop. And then she realized I can't read it because I can't see.
Right.
That's
Right.
correct.
But, and you know what? I've seen enough. I've seen enough. But after that, I wrote that, which I thought was very cute and funny. And you guys are like, why are we watching this right now?
Did you write the second page?
I did not write this.
Well, who did?
So this is a gift. Here they are wrapped, or what I like to call it, shrink wrapped,
Right.
from Murph. Murph had a few more of these handy.
Got one for everybody.
Got one for out there in TV land or podcast land. Hi, these are shrink wrapped, and you could even get one from the Chicago Style Podcast.
Here's mine.
Look, he's got more.
mine right here.
Mine's in there.
Yep.
I just got to figure out how to unwrap it.
That's
all
right.
that packaging.
That's right. I mean, I assumed that you've opened presents before.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
goodness, I can
Hope so.
imagine.
I hope
Right.
I open more.
Yeah, it's called cars and countries and condos, right? You know, me, I get like a pencil. Here you go, Jurgens.
Or paper.
Or a notebook.
paper, right? Or a notebook.
Yeah.
A notebook from a good friend with a giant beard.
Technically, it's a composition book.
Why aren't you using the notebook yourself?
Oh, I am.
Look at this.
Wait,
Right?
well, I mean, a lustrous beard, which this probably appeared from, by the way.
Right.
But I'd like to say that after I thought this was new and mine and a gift, on the second page, here are some scribblings from an ancient Babylonian cave that apparently, luckily,
Would you like me to decipher it? for
yes,
you?
would you please decipher this, young lady?
I think it says suck my toes.
Yeah, well, and everybody calm down.
Busted.
Everybody calm down because, yes, I see the...
I want to know who wrote that for you.
I want to know who wrote that, and also
I would like to know who wrote that also.
Yeah, and the
Oh,
amount of
thanks.
volunteers that are now calling into CineCity Studios here at Ogden and Western here in Chicago, Illinois, with a Z or an S on the end.
Yeah.
Or is it just Illinois? Is that French, by
I'd
the
say
way?
Z and S.
Z,
Why not?
a
Right?
Z, a C, and an S? Is that what you said?
I like it.
CVS?
Mm.
Yeah. Sorry to all the Walgreens kids I used to party with.
Right.
I don't know why we're bringing up
Walgreens.
CVS.
That's Chicago.
Right, that's
I think
right.
we should close this now.
Oh, we should close this. So anyway, I was going to
Closing
write
the
some
book.
But anyway, I figured I'd open up the Chicago Style Podcast today, being the season of giving, with discussing gifts. And, gifts can be a natural gift, like you're a fast runner,
Right.
or you can be receiving a gift like it's Christmas time or your birthday, or perhaps an anniversary, a wedding anniversary, or what other kind of anniversaries are there? I don't know.
A work anniversary.
Work. Ooh, yeah.
Could be
Nobody
like
wants
a podcast anniversary.
podcast. And do we have a pod? You actually, what's this? What's going on?
That's a
Okay. Here at our quality IKEA table, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever purchased an item from IKEA or something similar to IKEA, first of all, the directions are indecipherable because they're written in ancient Sanskrit. or
Also known as Swedish.
also known
Right.
right. But I mean, you can't understand. And look at well,
whoa. You don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that.
This is what happens when you work out and you're so strong, Brian.
Oh.
Let's talk about that
yes.
fast running. You run.
Yes,
You
I
run.
do. I ran yesterday. I
Oh,
did my
nice.
2
Getting
miles.
in shape for the,
Right.
the
Yeah,
holiday
for what I
season.
don't know. Yes. Well, yeah, I'm just afraid of getting, and there's no reason to fear getting old because you're just going to get old.
Right.
But you start exercising a lot more when you get older and you realize it's not going away, but it's doing a heck of a job of staying away. Right. I mean, somehow, like me, I'm getting older, but I'm really glad that I've got a little bit of hair left. A little bit.
Brian,
And yeah.
I'm going to point this out.
Yes, ma'am.
You are wearing a blazer today. You look sharp.
Yes.
But in my eyes, if we're gonna talk about what makes someone look old,
Yes. Yes.
you're missing a button on your blazer.
I'm
missing
a button.
That ages you a little
That's
bit.
right.
Where did that blazer? How long has that been stored for?
Well, now I don't. Well, that is something that a lot of guys can relate to. If you wear a jacket
I
for
told
a
you
living,
not to. I told you not to wear it. on
and
the
she
show.
did tell me. And listen,
Told
and
you how
the
to clean your
button,
glasses. Showed you how to look appropriate.
and the button was missing last week too. I think, by the way, is that right? Was the button missing last week?
Well, I think we're going to do like, if you notice Brian's button missing, we're going to send you your own
Oh,
button.
you're going to get your own notebook
Your
without
own
a
notebook.
suck your toes message in
Gross,
there.
Or with
right?
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Whatever you'd like.
Now, listen, a lot of us, I hated to include myself there.
A lot of us.
A lot
You
of
said
us. A lot of us maybe perhaps would like getting their toes dealt with.
Not
But
my thing, but
I was going to say, you don't know that yet, pal.
Who knows?
right.
Who wrote that?
Murph,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This came from
It's
your
like crazy.
your neck of the woods, Manuka. Maybe is that big in Manuka?
Maybe it was the same squirrel that bit the button off your blazer. Wrote
Now,
that note
who
in
would
there.
allow a squirrel to suck their toes? I mean,
I know
unless-
a couple
of
ladies. I know a couple ladies out there.
a couple of
that might.
ladies.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
I was thinking a couple of guys.
No.
but
Oh.
Why would I think that?
No.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
thought-
I'm definitely becoming one of the citizens of CineCity. Any guys around here want? Oh, forget it.
Yes.
Well, anywho,
And what was
Moving
going on
on.
with the side of the blazer?
and then right,
Yes.
yeah, there to ring that up. That was easy.
Yes.
But I was apparently attacked by I don't know if you can see this on camera. Probably way easier. But I was attacked by a tiger shark. That's the romantic Florida
Here in Illinois?
image here in Illinois.
Yes.
Okay.
Now let's talk about tiger sharks, or is it bull
Bull
sharks?
sharks can drive.
Drive.
Drive up the river.
You see this guy, folks? I want to tell you something. This is an intelligent man who keeps it together in life. He's reasonably educated.
Most of
And
the
he
Wait,
time.
has
I'm waiting
said-
for my turn.
Oh, right. Oh,
Don't leave me out.
I'm sorry. Do you want
Right.
to talk about bull or tiger sharks or any affairs?
Dolphins.
Or dolphins?
Ooh, dolphins.
If there's a fin,
Yeah. Fin.
swim, right?
If there's a fin, swim.
Okay.
If there's a fin,
if there's
swim.
a
If there's a
fin.
Get
fin,
out.
swim.
If there's a
Yeah.
fin,
Nice.
swim.
If there's a dorsal, porsal? No.
See,
There's a dorsal?
You did right, suck toes, because anybody who would say if there's a dorsal,
Dorsal morsel.
even worse.
Well, do you ever drink dolphin's milk?
No.
No, me neither, but it sounds delicious.
No, it doesn't.
Holy
No, it doesn't.
I know dolphins.
But I have swam with a dolphin.
Nice.
Now you saw.
Tell us more about
Swam.
that.
Now you
Is that
saw.
a word?
Yeah, you saw a fin that day.
I did. I saw a fin also at the Naples beach one
Uh-oh.
time.
Oh.
All I saw was a fin.
And you said back to the sand.
Yep, quickly.
Yeah, quickly. Because there's things in the ocean that don't like you. Okay? I know
Yep.
we watched the Brady Bunch.
I'm
from
not sure I
Brianna.
like the things in the ocean either.
Y-
We are not friends.
Well, because there's animals in there.
Yeah,
A lot of them.
I don't like not knowing what I'm walking on.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
like feeling seaweed. I don't know what that is that I'm feeling in the water. If I can't see it,
If I could only be
Squirmy.
seaweed right now. If I could only be seaweed right now. Yeah, I
Wait a
don't like
second.
if I know. I don't like. Yeah.
Who wrote that? You want to be seaweed, huh?
Get to work.
Oh.
Get to work, Shakespeare. You've
Right.
already written enough in my
back to
gift.
the feet, back to the feet.
Back to the right. Back to the feet. Defeat. Yeah.
Defeat.
The agony of defeat.
Yes.
The joy of winning and the
Back
agony
to your
of defeat.
running and
Back-
how
Right.
ageless.
Well, I was going to
Yeah.
We're all
ask
gonna be-
I was going to
yeah.
ask a question.
You
So,
want to ask me a question about running?
well, I think about just like overall health and like working out and
Right,
stuff.
right.
Like I know like back in the day you could order different types of like video cassettes or DVDs to watch. Billy Blanks had Tybo.
Billy Blanks.
I was wondering
Tybo.
I was
Yeah.
wondering if there's anything
Tony
on
Little.
Tony Little, right?
Wow.
Is there
You
any-
can do it.
Is he alive? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Tony.
he is.
To Anthony, I'm sorry.
But is he on Netflix right now, or are there any of those type of exercise shows,
Aerobic
shows?
stuff?
aerobics that we could
Hmm.
check out on Netflix and maybe
I've been so
follow?
busy watching
Yeah.
Love is Blind on
Is
Netflix.
Love is Blind? What are you watching
Well,
over on
on
Netflix?
Netflix, I am watching recently. Well, it's something about Death by Lightning, which is a
Okay.
great movie with Michael Shannon, who appears in the movie as President Garfield. And
Oh,
it's a
right.
fascinating story about President Garfield. Nobody in here is fascinated by President Garfield, aside from me, apparently. But it is really good. And the guy from Succession, and I forget his name, the actor. That stinks. But
What about Love on the Line?
No, not that.
What
Love
is
is Blind.
Oh, Love is Blind.
Love
Have you
is
guys ever seen it?
Blind.
No, tell us more about that.
You know, I'm a fan of those somewhat reality TV shows
Okay.
about
Yeah.
love. And, you know,
Is
I
this
sit
a
on my
dating
couch,
show?
I drink my wine, I have my chips, and I'm having a
Okay.
great time, my
Yep.
own little party.
What kind of chips?
Well, last night it was the Cheetos, jalapeno Cheetos.
Boom.
Don't
All
you
right.
say classic.
Yeah. Or it'll be the
Don't you
Cool
say
Ranch
classic.
Doritos.
Oh, his favorite.
Yeah, I love my Doritos, especially with red wine.
He said Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool
He's quoting
Ranch.
anotfor episode.
Cool Ranch
Cool Ranch
Doritos
is for
Why is it
amateurs. He said it's for
Wow,
amateurs.
that's fine. You should see the wine I drink too. It's for amateurs too. So going back to my amateur show,
Yes.
you know, Love is
Boom.
Blind.
Love is Blind.
But yeah, no, that's just great. I want when
How
they
many
actu-
episodes?
They got seasons,
Okay.
but like when I see that people meet for the first time because they are trying to connect behind a wall, see if they get along for their
Okay.
personalities, really fall for each other based on what their interests and values are.
Yeah.
And then they finally, once one proposes to the other, doesn't
Yes.
matter who it is, finally when they meet in person,
Proposing marriage?
it's a very strange, like I'm so excited to see. Do I think as an audience, like do I believe that they actually are attracted to each other, or are they just so excited that they're meeting and then they're just maybe faking it for the cameras?
On TV, right?
But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but you'll quickly find out.
Well, we're on camera,
Okay.
and
are
we're
they
faking
gonna
it.
last, or do they? You know, some have lasted
Do they
But
in like real life?
in real life because I've googled it.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
I've
Sure.
kind of searched ahead. I wanted to
Yeah.
find out the answer before I.
Ah,
Takes time to watch the shows and
right.
I'm kind of impatient, but no, it's just definitely entertaining. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Do you get excited? Do you like verbally go like woo or anything like that? Like if something happens, like like oh they got together or something like that.
I think it's more of a warning. Right? Like, oh, don't fall for him. He's
Okay.
full.
I'm not the kind of person that would
Yeah.
like talk to the TV.
Okay, I get that's
But-
that's
but
the
I-
question,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
But I definitely like am analyzing. I'm studying.
all in your head, right?
You know,
You're like,
right.
I want
Right.
to talk to this TV for a minute.
Exactly.
He's a liar. Don't listen to him. Well, you got wine. in
Okay,
you.
so who
Yeah.
dresses the best on the show?
Between the girls and the guys,
Mhm.
Wow.
you know, I will say that guys have style.
Okay.
And women, there was a time where there was 2 times actually I was watching the show and I was like, where did that I like the girl's earrings, so I like searched the web to see can I
now
find
that
her
does
earrings,
happen on TV
and I found
shows.
them.
Yeah.
And then I did the same with the dress. And
Okay.
actually one time I took a screenshot of the host's dress and I was like, wow, that's a gorgeous dress.
There's
that would
a
look great on me.
host.
Yeah, there's a host. Who is the host? It's Nick.
Nick's
and
wearing a dress.
and Vanessa. Nick Lachey.
Oh, Nick Lachey.
Okay.
Nick
Okay.
Lachey from
and
98
his wife.
Degrees.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he used to be
Right.
married to
And-
Jessica Simpson.
He used to be, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But together, him and Vanessa do their show.
Oh,
And
wow.
but yeah, no, I've definitely taken some cues from the show.
Okay,
Wanted
nice.
to get
Okay.
the outfits
Yeah.
myself.
So Netflix
but
is
I will say
actually-
that there
yeah.
are some guys with some good,
right.
yeah, style.
Yeah.
If Netflix came to you and said, "Hey, we got a reality show for you,"
But see, you're missing the point. The show is called Love is Blind.
Right.
Oh, right.
You're not supposed to like each other for how you're looking. You're
no, of
supposed
course
to
not.
like each other
No.
for your mind and supposed to be
I'm looking up
perfect.
something real
Right.
quick,
You're
guys.
supposed to get along. What a concept, right? And
Well, it's like those other ones, like
it's not supposed to matter what you're
getting
wearing, and it's
along.
not
24
supposed to
hours.
matter what you look like.
No,
but
it's
does it?
So
is the
that's
question.
inside that counts.
That's what really draws you to the show itself. Then is the blind part of it.
That, or I got nothing else to watch. I got nothing going on in my life.
Let me see what
Okay.
Jurgens is
All right.
doing. Texas sleepy
Yeah.
self here. What are you doing?
But the real question is the show worth pausing to answer
there
a
we
phone
go.
call? See, you know, if you're
Mhm.
watching something and really into it, do you pause it
Right.
to not miss a moment so
I
that you
wouldn't-
can respond to a text, take a call?
Right.
I've done that.
I'm so engaged in the show. I forget because I'm a century old. I forget I can pause a show. If I'm
Yeah.
that engaged in a television
That's
show.
what I mean.
You know, I mean, I'm like, I can't do anything because I'm watching the show. But I forgot in the modern world, like Ms. Prez is saying, you can stop a show.
Easy.
You can go,
Mhm.
you can run to, you can run out to Portillo's, get a burger, come back, and start where you left off. And I don't think that way. Of course,
I
don't do
can
much thinking
answer the
at all.
door to Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Continue on with watching
Yeah.
my show.
Wow.
And that's been the problem I've been having lately.
Yeah.
The convenience of life, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I was just talking to you about this the other day, or somebody.
It was me.
Yeah, it was you.
I was
right.
ordering again.
Right, and I'm like, I want to go home, go to the grocery store, get some pork chops, get a potato, get some asparagus, make it at the house.
Right.
No, I can't do it. I got to stop at Cheesecake Factory. I got to stop at some other restaurant. And not that I'm being cheap, but I'd like to just not order out every night. You know, now.
Well, let me tell you something. The
Yeah.
problem I've been having lately is that daylight savings time, right? It's
Yes.
dark at 4:30. And
Dude,
at that
it's
point, I'm
dark.
like, okay, I'm almost like putting myself through a hibernation process in the Midwest, right? Where I'm like, I'll settle down earlier than normal.
Yeah.
I'll kind of continue to, watch a show maybe earlier than normal,
Yeah.
snack a little
Yeah.
bit more
Yeah.
in preparation for the 10 pounds I might gain over the
Yep.
winter time, because I'm going to need that to stay warm. Attitude.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But back to you and your running, right?
Mhm.
That fast running we're talking.
And you see, she just brought up the 10 pounds she may gain from going
Right.
out to eat all the time.
Yeah.
But going back to daylight savings,
Mhm.
because
Which is-
right
I
now
wanted
we
to talk
just
about
we
that.
just fall back.
Yeah.
So right now is the real time.
Is it the real?
This is
is
what
the
the
real
time. This
time?
is
According to
what the time.
So the
what
other
clock
time
or
is the fake-
calendar?
Well,
is
because
it
when
real?
they started doing it, they sprung it
You
forward,
spring ahead, you fall behind.
and you
That's
fall
right.
back.
Yeah.
That's right.
So when
Right.
it gets sprung forward, it means it took it from its
That's
actual
terrible.
Really,
an
what is the
hour. So
truth?
right
Where does
now-
this come from?
time. It started.
Who are these people? Who are these people?
It started.
are they?
It actually
Who are
started with
They.
I want to say World War II is kind of like when it started,
Oh,
and it was kind of to get people acclimated
acclimated
to different time
to
zones.
one of your little.
I'd like to find out what the real
and now it's
history
for
of
the
it is.
it's for the farmers. Yeah.
Or
the
it is for the
story I
farmers.
heard growing up was
Mhm.
that it was for the school children that would be waiting for the school buses
Future
in the
farmers of
dark. And so
America.
I don't know if they're around here, but you'll see like a little like, what do you call that? Little tiny little house maybe towards the driveway where
Right.
somebody can sit inside,
Right.
wait for the
Shelter.
school bus. Yeah,
Right.
A
dumb.
shelter.
A shelter.
Like it almost looks like a guard gate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you want?
Right, like a
Like
little
a
small shelter guard gate.
post. I
Yeah.
think they were
Who
called.
rang
Yeah.
that bell?
Like a
Not quite as
post,
big
right.
as a shanty, but you get the
Right.
idea.
Yeah, no,
Shanty.
no one's moving in.
Wow.
But
that
you
was-
can stand there.
That
Right.
took a turn for the worse there. It was what I called it. I called it shelter. She goes shanty. I was like,
Shanty.
gosh, I feel terrible now. Where do you stay these days, Brian? This shanty right over
Oh.
here. That's all right.
Like
That's
the day you
okay.
showed up almost on that bus.
That's right. But listen, I've done some of my best thinking on a bus. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Oh wait, that's from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Remember they're on the
Oh.
bus?
Yes.
No? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
I
it
just
is.
watched that a couple weeks ago.
See
It's such
that?
you can't get sick of that movie.
Right.
What a
That's
great
right.
movie.
Which probably is on Netflix right now because it is
Probably.
Thanksgiving time.
And
I would-
again, remember we were talking about Steve Martin?
Yes.
And
you're-
Steve
Martin.
Yep.
That's right. I don't know if Steve was. No, he's more stand up. I don't think he was at Second City. Steve
No,
Martin.
he-
Martin
he-
Short was.
Yeah. Steve Martin did a lot of SNL. Saturday
Yeah,
Night Live.
he did a lot of
Yes.
SNL, and he also had an arrow through his head. Remember that?
Yep,
Yeah,
that was his gig.
Oh,
Yep.
monkeys! Heck, don't hit
but
this table,
in
kids.
Braidwood, Illinois, not too far from me,
Braidwood
is
Never
where
heard
they
of it.
have the famous scene
The
of them
Braidwood
two
Inn.
sitting on
Oh.
the bench.
the
Uh-huh.
Braidwood
The Braidwood
Inn.
Inn. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Don't be
me and
mad
Brian
at
were
him.
thinking about recreating that for next Thanksgiving.
Don't be
Oh,
mad at him. He's proud
That'd
of
be
his town.
hilarious.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
what a great
Braidwood
idea.
Inn.
The old Braidwood Inn. Yeah.
That's funny.
Do you
Yep.
feel this vehicle is safe for highway travel? Yes, I do. I know she's not much to look at, but you know,
That is funny.
the
Yeah, that
radio
was
works
funny.
perfect and it's
Right.
clear as a bell.
I know.
And that
You
was
did a
like
good impression too.
one
It's
of
really
the
good.
few Thanksgiving movies is
Yeah.
planes, trains,
Oh,
and automobiles.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. You know,
You know.
Yeah, it's always
shower,
going to be
shower,
funny.
shower. What is it? Shower rings?
Yeah, shower rings.
Shower rings.
Yeah,
curtain
yeah,
rings,
shower-
Yeah.
curtain rings.
Shower
The
curtain.
way he
shower-
tries to sell
Right.
them. Oh, it's
tells
great.
tells
Shower
the,
curtain ring
the girls
division.
like makes you look older. They're like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
the
Perfect.
We'll take all of
earrings.
them.
Yeah, we'll take them all.
Yeah.
How can I help you, sir?
So how are you going to try to,
Uh-huh.
if you're working out, if you're running, how are you
Yes.
going to try to,
To-
are you trying to avoid the holiday weight gain?
Yeah. So I was
Um,
skinny my whole life,
mhm.
and then one day I was no longer skinny. And you may be out there looking at me going, "You're a reasonably thin guy," but there's things happening under. Actually, a great reason for
Is that
wearing
why
this.
the button is gone?
Yeah, yes, because it popped
Popped the
off
button.
during a visit to Portillo's or Cheesecake Factory, where I was the other night, and
Both, actually.
both.
You were at both.
I was at both, and listen, don't get me wrong, because I was at Maggiano's just 24 hours
Oh, that's
before
right.
that.
You and all that.
And I missed the
See,
chocolate cake, which
this
looked amazing, by the way.
It was.
They-
That's my favorite chocolate cake.
Maggiano's
Actually.
has some
I don't think
amazing
anybody
chocolate
understands. I
cake.
just feel like they have the best chocolate cake, and the piece of chocolate cake is so large. And I know it's a chain restaurant, but wow, yeah,
It is wow.
great.
It
Shout
is-
out
it is a wow.
Maggiano's.
it's just great.
It is
Yeah.
a wow. Now let's talk about Chicago residents and some people out in Florida and a couple other places. Portillo's is starting to spread a lot,
Sure.
but they were recently, I can talk English, recently purchased by a conglomerate. I don't know who, but somebody bought Portillo's from Dick Portillo. Anthony, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Aren't we glad it's not the 90s anymore? Story for another time. Hey, Dick, you know, keep an eye on your
We'll have to
keep
hear
an
it
eye on your
sometime.
kids, Dick. I'm sure Mr. Perillo is watching this in about 24 hours going, give me Dick Perillo on the phone. Or Dick Portillo. I'm sorry. I'm getting all these names
I
gonna
thought you could
mixed up.
speak English.
I can't speak English, apparently. You know why? Because I'm missing a button on my jacket and I got attacked
Just
by
a huge mess.
a tiger shark, not a bull shark, which can swim up the
You can-
Mississippi, or
Mississippi.
even the Illinois River.
Well, it basically can survive in fresh water.
Brackish water?
Brackish is when it's mixed, but they can keep going further.
Who knew about brackish
Hmm.
water?
Mhm.
See, that's what happens when you put your thinking cap on,
That's-
Brian.
that's-
Maybe you should end up looking like Murph, you know,
Right.
wear
Is that
that
a thinking
smart
cap?
hat over there.
It's
a
not
thinking
fair
cap.
if you wear
put
a
some hot
thinking cap.
conditioner underneath it and look beautiful. Jeez, I tried to tell you.
That
Clean
is
yourself
beard
up.
emollient, I want to tell you. That's beard emollient. I don't know if it's conditioner, but I'm going to find out because somebody's going to get to the bottom of this.
It's beard butter.
Beard butter.
Yep, I saw it in there. I was like,
Did
yeah, I'll
you-
put this on today
You
instead of beard oil.
you purchased a product available to the consumers in this country called
Yes.
beard butter.
Correct.
Good. This
Don't
is
put it on your
This
toast.
is a Don't put it where?
On your toast.
How do you?
I
I
thought
thought
you
you
s-
said toast too. I was like, I knew it was you.
Hold on. I want to
Toast.
I want to
Toast.
Put it on your
Kids,
toes.
put it on
How
your
do you
toes,
know that you
right?
don't want to put it
Now,
on the
they
toes?
accuse
Right.
me on this show of needing to be drawn back into the conversation because my mind runs down the street and with my
Mhm.
hair on fire. Lucky I have hair at my age, by the way. But we circled back, as we like to say around here, very corporate for an uncorporate place. Very corporate. Circle back, Brian. Circle back to the point about sucking toes. And is this written in Sanskrit or Aramaic or whatever that is? Remember that? This is the language of Jesus, by the way, speaking of Christmas.
Yes.
Ancient Aramaic. That's right. Yeah, you couldn't have just walked up to JC and been like, "Hey, bro, what's up?" He would have been like,
Didn't he wash people's feet?
of course,
Yes.
not with beard butter. He didn't.
Didn't taste
How do
them
you
with
know? He had a
beard
beard.
butter, at
Well,
least.
I'll tell you how I know because I'm going to go to St. Anthony's in Downers Grove later, and I'm going to ask them.
Well, I'm going with you. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Well, you
And
can't.
I'm going to record it. I'm
Yes.
just going to stand
I
by.
hope so.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll interrupt the
Yeah, I
the
guess I won't be
services.
able to be,
Yeah,
you know,
that'll interrupt the
I-
services. Yeah,
everybody's going to notice, but
Well,
yeah.
geez, I mean, beard butter. And then JC did wash. No, he didn't wash feet. Somebody washed his feet, right? No? Yes? Didn't they
There
wash
was
in the Bible?
I think there were a
Yes,
bunch
you're
of feet
correct.
washing
You're
back
correct. You're
They would
correct.
just go around washing each other's
You know what
feet.
it was? The
It was-
feet washing was big. The showers were not.
Right.
Go ahead, ma'am. You were saying?
Well, I don't want to get it wrong. Okay. But I did think that there was a story about a woman that was washing. Was it? I don't know if it was Jesus's feet with
Yeah.
perfume or something like. It was
Oh,
something.
yeah, maybe.
very
What did the
fancy.
What did the three kings
And-
bring?
The three wise men.
Maybe
the
I'm
three-
wrong.
yeah.
I just don't want to.
Hold it,
Myrrh,
hold it. We're getting it
frankincense.
now. We're getting it. Murph? Did you say Murph?
No, Murph.
You said Murph. Nobody brought Murph. This is Murph, by the way, in case you're forgetting, folks. Here on the Chicago Style Podcast.
In the morning.
Yeah, Murph in the morning. And
I
what
like
is?
that.
Yeah, what is Murph in the morning? By the way.
Yes.
Yeah, you better.
It's a
But I
lawsuit
do like
waiting to
it.
happen.
You better have a blanket, pal. Okay, I can tell you that. But the three kings, and you said the three wise men.
Well, that's a different story.
No, but aren't
Yeah.
they? Weren't the
totally
three
different
wise
story.
men three kings also?
What about the three kings? They did bring gifts.
They brought gifts. They
Mhm.
brought frankincense,
Mhm.
Murph, Frank,
Myrrh.
and what else did they bring?
Maybe
Gold.
gold coins.
Gold,
Yeah.
gold. Kings
Gold,
have
yeah.
gold. Kings have gold.
Right?
Right? Who doesn't have gold back then? You show up. You got to bring gold, right? And gosh, I'm trying to remember the three kings' names. I used to know them. You know.
Solomon.
Solomon was a king, but he's not those three kings. Solomon
No.
was, remember he was going to cut the baby in half?
Oh.
Listen, I think he was kidding.
Merry Christmas.
I think he was kidding. But remember these two women were fighting over a baby? He's like, I'll just solve it right now. He's like,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah, right.
now
I
do
mean,
remember
and
that.
then they were like,
Wow.
no, don't do that. And he
Right.
goes, okay, so now we're solved.
Right.
And they were like, oh, Solomon.
Makes sense.
Right. You know,
Yep.
Saul. Better call Saul. That's
For all
right.
your baby
Not on
disputes.
Netflix, or is it on Netflix? Better Call Saul.
I bet you it is.
I'll bet you it is too, because we love Netflix.
There is a
Right.
movie on Netflix called Mary.
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 Have you seen it?
No.
Had a little lamb, or we're talking
No,
about
Mary.
like
Mary,
as in-
mother of
Yeah,
Jesus.
right? Yeah,
Okay. So
right.
the Mary
And it's
story.
all
Of
about her
Nazareth.
life. And it's all about her life.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, like fifth
I know,
grade
like
and all
who's
that.
thinking
and-
about Mary? And
Right.
finally, somebody said, Joel Osteen, I think, produced this movie.
Ah.
Said,
Oh.
let's do this story.
Well, and that is a great story to do. But I'd like to know, when did she meet Joseph? And when like one of her girlfriends was like, well, you know, he's a carpenter. It's like, oh, maybe we should go. You know, right? But then,
Get out of here.
You know, what does he do for a living? I
Exactly.
heard he's a carpenter.
Well,
the check.
you know, listen,
Can
I'm
we-
sure he
can we
wasn't
get the
wearing a
check?
blazer with a button off.
Oh,
You know,
in his
you're not going to get anybody
now
with that
listen,
look going
a
on.
burlap sack and sandals. You know, I mean, next week or whenever we're doing the next Chicago Style podcast here at CineCity, ladies and gentlemen, which soon will be coming to a platform near you. Speaking of JC, we're gonna all start praying. But I mean, they didn't have. They called it a tunic back then, right? Now these are guys like Pontius Pilate, not a good guy, or at least you know.
Flip-flops
Flip-
or sandals?
Sandals.
I like flip flops.
Okay.
They're all wearing flip flops.
I want to talk about saunas, okay?
Oh,
All right.
now listen, the sauna.
Now, this is just reminding me about
Sure.
the feet.
the Roman
The feet that we've been
baths.
talking about all morning,
The
okay?
Roman-
Toes.
Ooh,
Guess
well,
what? We got to talk about
They
toes.
say-
We got to talk about
They
toes.
say
with beard butter.
they say do not go near a man that's wearing flip-flops.
Okay,
Bad
I agree
news.
with that.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. Now let's talk about saunas. First off, my question is a wet sauna, meaning like a steam sauna,
Mm.
or a dry sauna? Which one do you prefer, or do you like both? Go.
I think I want the moisture.
I like the
yeah,
wet
at
sauna.
first.
Okay,
At
I
first.
used to be on that bandwagon.
Mhm.
Okay. Until I have some stories that I got to tell you about.
Let's hear 'em.
Now, the next question I'm going to ask before I tell the stories, because
Yeah.
I want to know if you're part of this story, is if it's a co-ed sauna, okay? Let's say you're
That's-
at
well,
it's
there-
a co-ed,
there's-
it's
but
co-ed,
there's
which
the
means you
problem.
have to wear something, right?
Right.
Do you walk in the sauna with
Yeah.
slides or flip-flops,
Yeah.
or are you someone that walks in with their tennis shoes and socks? Be honest.
Water socks. I get water socks and I
Okay.
use those.
I haven't seen that yet in
Yeah.
the gym, but and you?
I'm gonna wear probably the normal shower flip flop that I received in the Marine Corps,
Okay.
Semper Fi, and you just put your little foot in there, and then you wear that around other men.
So you don't go a lot to the sauna, is what you're saying?
No, I'm too
Go a lot
busy
to the
trying to
sauna.
find buttons for my jacket.
Yeah, it's old news. So, anyways, I saw some. Okay, I've seen it all, I'm just like, why are people wearing tennis shoes in a wet sauna?
Ew,
Gross,
wait a
right?
minute.
And with
Now, wait a
socks, like
minute.
this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you want to know the worst thing that I've seen
Were
in the
these
sauna?
girls?
It doesn't matter.
It's
I don't.
co-ed.
The point is co-ed. So I've seen it.
Bunch
but
of tennis
you know what
players
the worst
coming in
thing
with
I
their
saw
tennis
was,
shoes.
and I can't make this up. And this
Yeah.
was why I no longer like. At least I haven't gone in the wet
Yeah.
sauna since then.
Mm.
Because the last time I was in there, I saw somebody bring in, and I'm not kidding. Imagine this: you are in a wet sauna. It drips down, right? Everything's pretty wet.
Ooh.
And there's some, disgusting leaves at times from people that wear their tennis shoes in there.
I like this
Gross. Get
story.
that place cleaned.
Right.
Or there's guys with their beards and hair.
Wait
on
a
the-
minute.
let's not talk about
We
that.
show up there.
But I'm gonna say the worst thing I ever saw. Somebody brought in a charcuterie. I can't even say it. Charcuterie board into the wet sauna. You know that stuff is going to be dripping down on your cheese spread.
Cheese
And
spread.
they had the
Classy.
nerve.
Classy,
They had the
classy
nerve
move
to say,
right
"Oh,
there.
does anybody want some of
Are
this?"
you
You couldn't
sure?
wait to have
Are
a
you
snack.
sure
You
this
couldn't-
wasn't
you
Mars
couldn't-
Cheese Castle?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
You're gonna
here.
eat in here and try to sweat it out.
Nobody
Ew.
eats in a
Ew,
sauna.
ew. So, and you're gonna stink it up, and it's gonna smell like Wisconsin cheese. Really? Come on! And of course, right? So, oh my gosh, I
What
couldn't
sauna?
believe it. And then the offer to other people: "You want some? You want some?"
Come on.
I'm not even
Right.
making
This
this up.
is a
So
Seinfeld.
this was the last time I was in the wet sauna.
The,
Okay.
Ever since then,
The-
I
you
started
go
going in the
dry.
dry sauna,
Yeah.
Right, a little more.
where it doesn't, you can't just have that
Less-
floating in the air and
less
all that stuff.
organisms.
So wait, the dry
Ugh,
one, you mean
right.
like the infrared, the red light one?
The dry one is like the sauna that's made out of cedar wood.
Okay,
and
so you're saying the difference between the steam room
Is the
and
wet
the,
one.
The wet room's the steam room and
Yes.
the sauna's the dry one.
correct.
So
yeah.
I like the
yeah.
dry one better.
Oh, well, now we
Okay,
all
well, now
like,
you're changing
but
your
now
mind.
we
No,
all
no,
like
because
the dry
I
one
convinced
better.
you.
No,
Now
I
we-
thought
yes,
you were
have
talking about
convinced
the
me.
infrared.
Oh no,
There's
no,
ones
no,
that
no,
are
no! I was
infrared
talking
that-
about the nice,
I like
moist
infrared
sauna,
charcuterie.
and then
I like-
somebody brought in some cheese.
Yeah.
Really? Are you
on.
serious? I can't get over
They saw
that
you through that
image.
weird
Right.
little porthole that's
Well, you
on
think they
every
would just,
door.
if they're in a steam room, you think they do shrimp or lobster or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh,
It's
I
like,
can't make
why would you
that
bring
up. So, anyways,
meat?
Shrimp or lobster to
and so
to
I
see the-
went in the dry sauna today. I went in yesterday. I'm trying to prevent
Wait
the
a
holiday
minute.
weight gain. Just
Right.
let me just sweat it out before I,
You went in a sauna
Right.
today.
I did. Yeah,
Today.
that's why I had to rush here on the highway
Today.
this morning. Yeah,
A dry sauna or a wet
always
sauna?
on top of it.
Well, now,
The dry one.
the
only.
dry one,
Only
yeah.
the dry one now. I
Mhm.
won't even go in the hot tub.
yeah. hot
Let's not
tubs are
even
a
go
little-
there. Let's
yeah.
not even go there. There's just too many stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't say a word.
Yeah,
I
we don't
didn't say
need
a
to even
word.
talk about
Buttons
that.
and stripes and everything nice.
Right.
But I don't know how you can top cheese. I never saw that
Cheese.
before.
That, yeah.
Well, no, but
We're
wait
gonna
a
have
minute.
to ask all of our listeners and watchers in
Now, geez,
Illinois.
There's a
You
guy.
ever, you ever bring a charcuterie board or see a charcuterie
No
board? I
one.
think it's a Wisconsin
No
thing,
one.
personally.
No one.
I mean,
no
just
one.
wild.
Now that has to be the only place on earth that you could even imagine that somebody would bring
Right.
a charcuterie board
Exactly.
full
This
of
is not normal.
Yeah.
fully complemented with goat cheese, perhaps some squares of
Oh, you want
salami,
some?
Yeah.
some cubed cheddar, as you like to call the classics.
Classics.
Right, the classics. And then maybe perhaps a little tiny bunch of red globe or green grapes, right?
See, I
right,
can understand
right,
like a grape in the.
and
in
stop
the steam
lying to
room.
us about green
No,
grapes.
you
They're
know?
not
Uh-uh.
cotton candy.
You can't wait
they don't
10
taste
minutes
like
to go and
cotton
start having
candy.
a
Hear me
snack.
out.
There
Hear me
are-
out.
Hear you
I'm
out
laying
about
there.
cotton candy
I got
grapes.
two attractive people over me feeding me
Attractive
grapes.
You're not on
people.
vacation.
Hear me
You're
out.
in your local
But
gym.
this is an imagination.
Well,
this is a hypothetical.
If it's the holiday
Jeez,
weekend,
are you wrapped in a
This is
Torah?
a
Not a Torah.
hypothetical.
Are you wrapped in a, what did you call those? Those drapey
a
things?
tunic.
Tunic.
A tunic.
A tunic.
A
Yes.
tunic, yeah.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
your flip
Pontius
flops.
Pilate.
no, I will never wear flip
trying to
flops.
eat
I'm
the
not
grapes,
a flip
come
flop
on.
person. But like what you
The
said,
story
though,
of Pontius Pilate on Netflix, starring Murph in the Morning.
well, what you said about flip flops and like you got to avoid people with flip flops. That's true,
You
except for
gotta.
some flip flops. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. This guy walks up, he's like, I was trying to open a beer, and he's like, I got that, and he takes his flip flop up and he cracks the
From
beer
the bottom?
because
from
he
the
had
bottom
a
of
beer
it?
opener on the bottom of his
I've
flip
seen
flop.
that.
Right?
Hold it,
I've
yeah.
seen
hold it.
that.
Now, we're
Craziest
already
thing.
talking
Yeah.
location here because
Yeah.
obviously obviously.
And where are we talking? Where are we located? Was this in Wisconsin?
No, this
is Manuka.
No, this is the Belmont in Halstead.
Ew, well,
not Belmont Halstead.
Who wants to have a beer when somebody's got their
let's
nasty
keep it right there at Belmont
and Kimball. I saw it at Belmont and Kimball.
We can go Belmont. Yeah, but I mean Belmont and Halstead. Obviously, some man is going to walk up to you with a flip flop and open your beer,
right?
Because he wants to know you.
What if it's a man? What if it's a woman?
Yeah.
If we're talking Thailand, then yeah, perhaps.
Well, I don't know.
Take it easy.
I don't know these days.
The topics are getting strange. Butter toes,
right.
Butterbeard, butter. I don't know. Butterball. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Back to Netflix. Any good Netflix?
Netflix has gotten rid of us 10 minutes ago.
Thanksgiving movies on Netflix we can watch.
Netflix is like, well, we were going to bring these guys in.
Yeah, was that on Netflix though? I don't know if that was. Was it recently?
Hold on, guys. Yep. I'll tell you what you want to watch on Netflix.
Yeah, let's find out.
Now. Claire Danes.
Oh, there we go.
Matt Reese, The Beast in Me.
The Beast in Me.
The Beast
so
in Me.
Yeah,
good.
You told me to watch that.
Written.
Yeah.
So well written, so well acted. And I'm already a big Claire Danes fan. A lot of people think she overacts a little bit.
Okay.
A lot of, you were saying maybe a little eye blinking.
No, that's not what I said.
No, but
quivering of the mouth.
Ooh, the quivering.
The old quivering mouth.
Oh,
huh?
the old.
A little too much of
classics.
that.
Classics.
Yeah. I mean, only so much I can believe.
This guy was scary, man. This guy was a scary guy. And by the way, he's Welsh. Have you ever heard somebody speak Welsh as their native tongue? It's a little bit different. Well, it's a lot bit different than English.
Gaelic.
Which is Gaelic. In structure, it's Gaelic. It's just completely off.
Right.
But now, am I right? Wales is in the middle of the United Kingdom. It's in the middle of Britain.
Correct.
Now, Gaelic has at least an excuse because it's in Ireland.
Right.
You got to cross some water. They're not going to speak the same language because nobody had the internet back then. Did they? I don't know. Back in 1292, King Arthur's like, I'm going to pull this sword from the... Oh, wait a minute, my phone. You see here.
Technically, the pyramids could have been the internet.
Look up the
we
directions.
don't know.
Right, yeah. You don't...
We don't know.
Wouldn't that be something if King Arthur actually had to do it like a YouTube tutorial to see how to pull that sword out of the stone?
Exactly.
That's right. And who put it in the stone? And
some
if he
jerk.
didn't... Some jerk.
Making it hard for people to get it out.
That's right. That's See, you're unprepared for the really golden humor. And we were talking to her about this off camera, or were we, Giancarlo? By the way, Giancarlo wearing one of his accoutrement today. His hat, it always says like hi or bye or later loser or no. What did we say it was from? What movie?
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls, right?
Mean Girls,
says, get in, loser. We're going shopping, right? For hats, or whatever, or beard butter, or whatever, right? I mean, where do you buy beard butter?
Same place you buy a lip gloss.
Yep.
They'll both work for the beard.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just making that up. I mean, come on. Lip gloss has got to get near the beard, too. I'm sure it all works.
They got good ones at
Delicious.
Fresh Time has a decent.
Delicious?
Murphalicious.
I like that.
Wait a minute.
Murphalicious in the morning.
Can you imagine? Yeah, now there's some Murph in the morning right there. Because can you imagine not only beard butter, but once the lip gloss gets near the beard butter.
Hey, the two can do magic.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear lip gloss because it's too much.
That's why, right? Because you're at Belmont and Halstead getting your beer opened by some guy in flip flops.
Belmont and Kimball.
Oh, well,
Kuma's Corner.
Heaven forbid.
Finding out that the beard butter doesn't work on toes.
So Murph had to turn on the Waze machine. You ever notice the arrogant people always tell you, "Oh, well, I use Waze." What do you Google or do you use Apple Maps? I use Waze.
Yes.
Oh, pardon out of me. I'm really sorry. I used to do a little Uber here and there, ladies and gentlemen, during the COVID season of our lives, and make a little money, and it was fun meeting interesting, crazy people who were coughing in the back of your car. But and they'd look at my map. What are you using? I could be like, I'm on Apple Maps. Thank you. It's like, oh, I use Waze.
Never heard of it, to be honest.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
You have to be informed that there's a Waze, but they like that, okay? Now,
it's a secret club.
It's like how Gmail used to be.
It's a secret club. Right. And I'm a little, come on, this is right out of The Simpsons. We do, right? Okay, fine. You know about something that I don't know about.
Right.
Maybe I'll just drop you off here at the light, and you can walk with all your knowledge to your destination. I don't need this. A little bit of, you ever get your prescription filled, speaking of Walgreens or speaking of CVS?
Yes.
kids, I'm not trying to, you guys know I love you. But when you go and get your prescription filled at Walgreens or any, what's that called, a pharmacy?
Yes,
Right.
pharmacy.
Why do they need to be 3 feet higher than you? What is that?
To look down at you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There's got to be a reason for it.
And then they always want to take, it's like, how can I help you, Mr. Jurgens? Yeah, I got this from my doctor, and I need this filled out today or as soon as you can.
They know you that well, huh?
Well, sure,
You didn't even show your ID yet.
drug addict like me. But they always
Back
need to,
again.
right. They need to
Here he
lean
comes.
down through that little partition of glass, and they go, let's see this. Well,
Just verify your address one more time for us.
and they go, and they always give you this. They read it, and then they go, we're going to have to call the doctor. Well, you're going to have to call him anyway. Right? I mean, you're not allowed to fill that out. And, oh, I know, you've got such a technical job. You're taking pills from a big jar, and you're going to pour them into a little jar.
But
Right,
you
and
guys do a great job and keep up the good work.
Right, Murph's like,
especially,
First, not trying to lose out.
especially when Brian's coming to get his prescriptions, he's just goofing
Hey,
around.
Murph's like, I'm not with Jurgens. I want my pills.
Right?
He's just there on another Uber ride,
Yeah,
just killing some time. Hey, I'm
like,
just
Every
waiting,
pharmacist,
waiting
in
for my
the,
next ride. My next
every
pickup.
pharmacist in the Chicagoland area is like,
Sharpening.
Jurgens.
Yeah, Jurgens.
shh,
Off
yeah,
the list.
Yeah, off the list.
Right.
The VA over at, by the way, hi everybody at Heinz VA. The VA is like, and I canceled my appointment this
Hi,
morning.
everybody over at Heinz Ketchup
They
Mustard.
don't
And-
like you anymore.
No,
then if you canceled your
it's
appointment.
kind of a pre-don't like.
You're gonna get a
over there.
letter in the mail.
Yeah.
And I do get letters from the VA. I get letters saying things like, Mr. Jurgens, we see you missed your appointment May 18th. Do you know that any other veteran could have used that valuable time to see a doctor, but no, you wanted to waste our time and not show up.
You're causing problems.
And I'm like this with
Yeah.
the letter in my car, like, oh no.
Right.
What? You know,
But didn't they send you something? If you click on this, you can cancel your appointment.
and they did. So the
Right.
VA sent me this very convenient little text because the VA is now no longer in the 1890s when they first started making beard butter. And they sent me a text saying,
1892.
if you'd like to cancel this appointment, please dial N82. So, or text that. And I did. And they were like, your appointment's canceled.
Easy
and that-
peasy.
And it was easy. It was great because I worked last night, sort of. And then I have to work today. And then, of course, we're doing the podcast. And I didn't feel like going to the doctor this morning at 9 a.m.
You work all the time. How come you can't get a nice blazer?
Why?
Why do you gotta be sitting
Hey, he
here
does.
looking like that?
He gets a nice blazer every night, and then he gets a new one the next day.
Hey, oh,
Gets it every night. He gets a nice blazer.
Hughes came in and he's came in. No. But, Mom, please don't paint any more religious pictures. Wife, look at this one. Oh, this is beautiful. One dog looks this way. The other dog looks that way. And this guy says, what do you want from me? You know, that looks like somebody we know. These are all lines from Goodfellas. This is all you little gangster files out there who love
That's right.
mafia movies. And we all do. We're all fascinated by the mafia, right? We're fascinated by the mafia because it's a bunch of guys who don't look like they would ever commit a crime, committing all kinds of crazy crimes. And-
Allegedly.
Your Honor, I don't know nothing. This guy's out of his mind. He's talking craziness. He has
Right.
no proof. And these are all accusations. And frankly, I resent them.
One guy's crime is another guy's opportunity.
Mr. Corleone, are you the head of the Corleone crime family? No, Your Honor. I'm a simple Jenko oil salesman. You know, whatever. But it is fascinating, right? The
Definitely.
mafia guys, right? You know, it's kind of like this. I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of a lure that if we could commit crimes and then go home later and high five and eat a lot of great food at some Italian restaurant,
Your
it's a-
Doritos.
or
And
Cool
the gas
Ranch.
station wine. Let's
gas
be
station
honest.
wine.
Yes.
Gas
If you can pick it
station
up
wine.
at your local Quick Trip and get your Doritos there or Cheetos.
I cannot imagine. And let me tell
imagine
you
it.
something. And
that
I
was
cannot
me.
imagine
That was me last night.
that the
Nice.
beautiful.
Should I throw in some corn dogs
the
too?
beautiful?
We were having a
Why
great
not?
time. We were having a great me and myself and I.
Yeah,
A great
the
time.
Beautiful Prez does like a good glass of wine. And a great Cabernet, and I'm a Cabernet lover now. I haven't drank in about a year, and I'm probably going to break that very soon.
There you go.
But you know, well, thank you very little. I haven't drank in a year. Go ahead, you guys talk for a while.
Well, the next time you're having chocolate cake, have a glass of red wine with
oh, buddy, I watched you do it the other
it.
night.
Yeah.
But listen, Cabernet's great.
Yeah.
You know, have you ever watched the movie Sideways with Paul Giamatti?
Yep.
And he says, we're not going to drink any fucking Merlot.
I like Merlot.
No, wait a minute. Hold it. What did you say?
So I like Merlot.
Really,
Yes.
Flintstone?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I'm a Cabernet guy. And
Okay, I
Right.
like them all.
Now
I
you
like
like
all the
now
reds.
you like Merlot?
I like reds more so than white.
I do prefer
Right.
red over
Okay.
white.
Right.
If I'm going to have white, I do like Sauvignon Blanc.
Bottle of red,
Sometimes
bottle
Chardonnay,
of
but
wine.
really, I want my wine to be like my men.
I like it
Oh.
thick.
Rich,
Yeah, which
not
is Cabernet.
dusty,
Which is Cabernet.
full flavored, full bodied.
flavored.
Yeah, I want the real deal.
So,
Don't give me some
Murph,
white,
do you drink
sweet
Cabernet
stuff.
over at Belmont and Halstead?
It happened.
Yeah, he like it just like he likes his men,
Right.
rich and full flavored, opening beers with their flip flops in
Oh my
Belmont and
gosh.
Halstead.
Right.
Yeah, that's bad.
It would have been better if it was.
So did you drink it?
Open a bottle of wine.
Oh,
with
he
the-
sure drank it. Sure, probably out of the flip
I
flop.
would like to know what kind of wine openers you have.
Actually, the latest one I got is the electric one, where you just kind of
Those
sit it
are
right on
nice.
top.
Do you
and
even
it's
take off that like aluminum top or whatever that? What is
Oh,
that?
it just starts curly.
Do you just
curly
like stick
queuing
it in
up.
through that and just
So,
let it
no,
pop itself
so-
off? You
so-
take that wrapper
You can't
part
make
off.
this kind of comedy up,
'Cause
folks.
here's
You
the
can't
thing.
make
I'm
this
so
up.
lazy. I just go right through it. It'll come off.
So I learned this from working with so many bartenders. All you got to do with that is literally just yank it off that way. You don't
I'm
have
sorry.
to peel it
Can
off.
you please
Just
do that for
yank
the
is this the
cameras
hand?
again?
it up.
Okay,
You
that's
just-
the electric one you're talking
No,
about.
no, you get the
Why
foil.
do I work with these people?
the
How?
foil?
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
just grab that foil,
How?
twist it a little bit, and
Yeah.
pull it right off.
Okay,
for
you
the
just
most
have a different
time.
way of doing it.
Right.
Mine
and then I put
doesn't look like
Yeah,
it's
and then
nice. And,
yeah.
then I put it right on top and press
All
the
of
button.
this has
Again,
nothing
I
to
think
do
it comes
with
down to me
drinking
for
a glass
patience.
of
I have no
wine.
patience. This is why
No.
I beep
Yeah.
the thing when my gate doesn't open up quickly. This is
Hello?
why I have
Hello,
issues.
this isn't
when-
working.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that out in the shanty or is that in the shelter? Oh, some people, richer people,
Well,
do
hold on,
have a
there's no
call
gate.
box
Uh huh.
way at the end of their driveway, don't they? You know, right? And you
That's-
imagine
yeah.
pulling up to your rich friend's house and you're like, it's Brian. And they're like,
Right.
it's like, I'm sorry, is this a Jack in the Box or my friend's house? And that's it. That's all you got.
Or if if the gate just knows because they're watching for you and it opens up just upon you pulling up.
right.
That's a great feeling, right?
Yeah.
I haven't had that experience, but I can imagine it.
Who wouldn't open
Someday
a
I
gate for
will.
you?
I know.
Everyone opens.
You should be on the lookout.
All
Where am
gates
I?
are open for you, right? And maybe you'll get a nice book with a message about.
I already did,
About
Brian. I just
oh.
haven't opened it up
You gotta
yet.
That's
open
right.
it.
It's in here.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's how are we going to open this? Now this is sealed hermet. Don't you pull out
You're
your
gonna have
Jack
listen,
Hawk 3000?
Those Christmas presents
Oh
that are
my
coming. Yeah, see,
gosh.
you're always prepared.
We got it.
Be honest though, the worst part of the presents in the opening is the getting them out of all of the packaging. Right now, you got a
Yes.
huge mess. Like, who's wrapping these gifts
but
the way
that's
they
great,
are?
right? You're in the wrapping paper. You're losing your mind.
I'm not
And
talking
you're-
about wrapping paper. I'm talking
Oh.
about all the plastic, all the
Yeah.
cardboard, all the
Ah.
wig. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Right, now
little-
when I
yeah,
was-
that's the
Yes,
craziest
awful.
stuff.
Right. I was thinking about gifts, and but
Right.
she's right. I mean, you do have to clean it up because
Huge
it doesn't
mess.
matter what age you are, whether
Yeah.
you're 3 or you're 30.
So that's a question. I've known people that have gotten all the presents ready
Yeah.
for like so that the kids can walk down and voila, now you
It's
have everything.
beautiful.
Now you just pick what do you want to play with? It's ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I've known people that just have it wrapped, right? Which is
Right.
so you can open it and be surprised.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or there's the horrible people who hand you a gift like this. I'm sorry I didn't wrap it. I hope you enjoy it.
Cash?
You can't.
Right.
Put this in your pocket if you got one, Brian. Yeah.
My pockets are sewn. They're not
Are
open
there,
yet.
you know what?
I bet you.
Bills in there?
How much you
Did
want to
look?
bet? How much you want to bet on the inside of that coat is a button?
Yeah.
That we get a spare
oh,
button
that I can use.
that
a
we can
spare.
use
Oh,
a
yeah.
spare
Maybe-
button.
A spare.
Maybe it's on like the
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the
you know,
yeah,
yeah,
down there.
somewhere.
I could just rent it from
We
one
could
of these.
just we could just.
One of these bizarre buttons that has no purpose on men's jackets.
Oh, those are so that you catch them on stuff and they pop off. I thought.
Catch
No,
them on
it's in
stuff
case,
and they
in
pop.
case you lose one.
Yeah,
one.
catch them on stuff and they
lost
pop
all of
off.
them.
Pop right off.
What are
It's
we
like,
doing?
all right.
And, this is the seamstress or seam. Now wait a minute.
Seamstress.
So now you're a seamstress if you're a girl, you're a tailor if you're a man, but can't a woman also be a tailor?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Thank you very little. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah, I think it might be. I don't think they're called Taylorisses.
This is the Era's Chicago style podcast. That's right. The Era.
What's the name for the shoemaker? The one that like does the bottom of the shoe. What is that?
Well,
called?
that's a what is a shoemaker called?
The
Giancarlo.
The shoemaker is called.
For all you Italian, he has no idea.
Yeah.
What is
it's
it in
a
Italian?
cobbler.
Yes,
a cobbler.
Yes, a
Wow.
cobbler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, where did they come with that word? You know,
Cobble. You have to cobble.
Yeah.
You're cobbling.
Is it cobble? Because you got cobbler.
We can
you
talk
got
about
a peach
the-
cobbler. You got cobblestones.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Cobblers.
Thank God. There's peach cobbler.
Got strawberry cobbler.
There's not.
What
there's
kind
not
of
a.
cheesecake did you get the other day?
I got like rum raisin Oreo
Ooh.
fanta. I went to
Somebody that
Cheesecake
doesn't
Factory.
drink.
Well,
Yeah.
anything with booze in the cheesecake, I'll take that. Here's just some absolute. I will say this, and everybody's been to Cheesecake Factory, and I know there's an army of people in the world who don't want to go to a chain restaurant. I don't go to Cheesecake Factory, but they do have a lot of cheesecake. You can get in a lot of trouble in there. There's a lot of yummy cheesecake, and I was in communication with Presley at the time, and I said, "Hey, I'm at Cheesecake Factory, and I'm going to get a piece of cheesecake." And she asked me, "What kind did you get?" And I didn't know, like I don't know now. I just made that up: rum raisin cheesecake, Oreo, spasm.
And I'm
going to
point out you also walked out with 3 bags filled with food.
Bags.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there it goes. Now I.
No, I
I'm
like
no
the
longer
bags.
attractive. I pulled out the accent on you guys.
I love the
Yeah.
bags.
Bags, but
I walked out with 3 bags, my friend. How you
bags.
doing? Which leads us back to the mafia. But I will tell you,
Joey
that
Bag of Donuts.
Jimmy Bag. Wow.
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Jerry. What is
Joey.
this? Joey. I thought you said Jerry. I'm
Jerry.
like,
Jimmy, Joey, Jerry.
What are we,
Bag
a
of
little
Donuts.
west of Evanston? What's going on here?
I want to hear what was the cheesecake? That
So
you
Yes.
I still don't know, but I'll tell you
Okay.
this. Not only did I take a photo of it, but then I proceeded
You
to
took a
take
photo of all of the-
of every. She's right. She's right. I took a photo of every piece of cheesecake in that damn restaurant because I wanted to cover all the bases.
I didn't even pause the show when I went to look at the the text messages. Whatever show I was watching, it wasn't that impressive.
I think you
Wasn't
were
on
watching.
Netflix.
I think you were watching my recommendation.
So
Ah.
that's one of the things you talk about is how people take pictures of their food these days.
you know what? Yeah. Well,
Everybody thinks their food looks delicious when it's
Of
served.
course.
You know,
Or-
I think we've all been guilty of that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
We're
my
just
food
taking
is
pictures
so
of bounty.
good looking. I gotta take
Right.
a picture. Do we ever go back to that food and like? Do we ever go back to that picture and
And
look
just,
at it
like,
and
look at it
stare?
like, oh,
No, we
yeah.
don't.
it's
Nope.
important to let other people know how well you're doing, and part of that is your current meal. I mean, it's you take a picture of your car, you take a
Yes.
picture of what you're wearing, you take a picture of your food, to
Yeah,
let them
yeah.
know how terrible their day's going because they didn't know that until they realized how much fun you're having that same day. Look at all the things I'm doing that you're not doing. How about
Look at
that?
this cheesecake and chocolate cake and
Oh,
whatever else you consume.
and that chocolate cake was amazing. I've got the
Yeah.
picture in my mind, and you did not take
Yeah.
a picture of that cake, or did
no,
you?
I did. Actually, I did. See? See?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Right. Somebody out there in Presley land was informed that I'm eating this and you're not.
That's right.
That's right.
That's what happened.
So,
huh?
right. And it was amazing. And listen, the very next day, this is bad to say because now you're seeing why I'm running so often, running away from getting fat or fatter, because the next day I went to Portillo's and I got some chocolate cake from Portillo's, which is really good. GC?
Not as good as Maggiano's from what I hear.
Well,
And I agree. And that's correct.
Right,
That all
and
came from me.
I
I
have
heard
to
that from
admit-
you.
I said it.
now, was there like a little cherry or something going on in your chocolate cake? Was there like a little
No, you're not
cherry
gonna ruin a
drizzle?
chocolate cake. No,
No.
absolutely not.
Jeez.
No, make sure it's just chocolate. Don't put
Blasphemy.
anything else in it.
Even,
Just give me the
and
chocolate.
I like a connoisseur who's like, how dare
Yes.
you?
Yeah, don't go messing with something that's good.
Right. Oh
Right.
my gosh.
There's
you
another
know?
cheesecake factory.
But-
You got one
Ooh.
option of chocolate cake. Do you want it or
Right.
no?
Well,
'Cause
listen,
it's a factory.
it's a.
Yeah, this is not a factory.
Hey,
It's a factory. You're eating at a
Viva the
factory,
workers,
right?
You know,
Exactly.
hey man, I'm all about the people, bro. I'm a man of the people, and if I say, and that's why I took so many pictures of all that cheesecake. Now, is
Nice.
cheesecake actually cake?
Ooh, good question.
Now, chocolate cake and birthday cake and all
Mhm.
those cakes out there, angel food, devil's food cake, those are all cake, right? Because
Right.
there's moist. What is
Flour?
that?
Flour?
Flour. Is it flour? It's flour. A
Flour
cake
that
is
makes
flour. And it's eggs, and that's how. Remember, a guy who's no longer liked by anybody, Bill Cosby. Remember, and he had a great routine.
Right.
Hate to bring up Bill, Wow, I'm killing the show. But, I mean, he's,
You don't have to.
right. Yeah, I'm killing.
Nobody's making you.
I feel like I'm under duress here.
Well, it's time for some chocolate cake then, I think.
What makes a cake a cake?
Well, eggs and milk and,
I think it's the flour.
flour. That's all the things that go into
'Cause I would
breakfast
think
anyway.
does a cheesecake have eggs? Maybe it does.
I like to go back under duress.
Basic ingredients.
If you know what I
flour,
mean.
sugar, butter, eggs, and milk.
Okay. That's for a
what-
cake.
That makes
Did
a
you
cake.
just
What makes
list
a
the
cheesecake?
ingredients?
Mhm.
Maybe is there cheese in a cheesecake?
Definitely.
Okay.
Now you
So
just
that
listed
makes
off
the
those
difference. Why don't we just
ingredients.
be honest with ourselves and it's the cheese that makes the cheesecake?
That's right. Once again, it all comes back to cheese.
Yeah.
Well, there's something cheesecake, but cheesecake probably does have some of those ingredients, milk and eggs.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
But there's something else going on in there.
Graham
should-
cracker crust.
Maybe you should have brought a cheesecake into the sauna.
Ooh.
Offered it. Maybe more
with my
people would've been
charcuterie
like,
board,
this isn't
right?
so
in my
disgusting.
in my
This-
flip flops.
What
this
about a
actually is not a bad idea.
charcuterie board made out of cheesecake?
Can we circle? Hey, all you fans of circling back,
The governors and governors.
where are you on Earth
We're
when
on
you're
a
sitting in
roll.
there and listen, if your workout facility or your sports club is fancy enough to have a steam room or a hot sauna where you pour the water on the rocks, what is all that, by the way?
Well, I mean,
They got that bucket down there.
it doesn't have to be fancy.
What
You
is
can
that
get both
bucket?
of those at the YMCA.
It's that ladle with
Yeah,
that
that's for
steel
the
bucket.
sauna.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we
that's
won't go
a
into
dry
too much
sauna.
detail. I was going to give some ideas out, but I'm not going to do it.
You're
Go
not.
on. I won't tell all my secrets, but go on.
but okay, dry sauna or wet sauna,
Yes.
which is funky.
Which-
funky enough even saying that.
steam room or sauna?
Steam room or
Yeah.
sauna, but wait a minute here. If you're lucky enough to even be in one of those situations where you can get into a sauna or out of a sauna, or wet or dry, where are you that it's okay to bring in a charcuterie board? And don't you get to go up and complain? Don't you?
Who
Excuse
packs
me.
that?
Right.
Isn't there some
Right.
muscular guy about 17 feet away at some small little podium? Hi. Yeah. There's a bunch of drunken psychos in
Actually,
there. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
but you
you're-
know what?
no, no.
There
This is-
are
yeah.
gym memberships, gym clubs,
Yeah.
where they have like a bar.
Right.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true.
that's
East Bank,
clubs.
yeah, like
East-
here in
East
Chicago,
Bank, right,
Chicago Style
yeah.
Podcast, East Bank Club. But I don't know.
Right.
If they're, are you walking in with a half a melon and a lobster tail?
Hey, it's my birthday.
I-
Everybody, wherever I go.
I've
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
seen like videos of people like literally like eating McDonald's like on treadmills and stuff like that.
Wow.
So it's,
Oh,
it's
okay,
something.
okay.
But
yeah.
those are
But
that's
these
like
are
a-
not. This is not. And back to
Yeah.
Presley's point, this is not a humid situation. As
Right.
soon as you bring humidity into
Oh,
anything,
gross.
right. like
I
like
mean, There's a
Louisiana.
lot going wrong in the steam saunas.
Wait, she goes.
It's just
Oh,
a bad image.
I've been handed a special note, ladies and gentlemen.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm reading this to you. Don't panic, ladies and gentlemen. Don't read this in. Now, hold it. Now let's talk about this note, because now I'm not supposed to say the rest of this
Yes.
this note, which does mention beard butter and charcuterie in the shower or the steam room. Didn't Kramer used to eat in the shower? Am I wrong
I was
about
gonna
that?
say, I think there was a
right.
Kramer.
Have you
right.
ever had, a cocktail in the shower?
Oh yeah.
I have one of those sticky things. I've never
Yeah.
used it, but something that like holds a beer bottle or it holds a glass of wine. I have them. I don't have the perfect bathroom yet where I'm like, they're good enough to use in my shower. I'm almost like saving them. Like, this is for that fancy
Right.
bathroom.
Now, Giancarlo, now you've obviously taken your share of showers. A man with a long, lustrous hair, right? He's got to take care of that
Flowing.
shampoo and flowing, right? As to quote all the guys at Belmont and Halstead, flowing. But have you ever just seen perhaps a beverage holder in the shower? Oh, he has.
So-
He gives
Yeah.
the nod of approval.
Yeah, I know it's approved. However, I have not used it. I'm almost like, it's not the right day yet to use it. I'm almost saving it because I don't want to be disappointed that the thing might slide off the tile and there goes my,
there
my
goes-
Right.
fancy glass.
Cabernet.
Yeah.
I've
now, if it
heard.
was Merlot, we wouldn't give a flying.
So there's
But yes, Cabernet, that's a problem.
there's a trashy version of that where there's a comedian said that when he
Wait,
used
you
to
know
do,
a trashy version?
I do.
Unbelievable.
So with his comedian Carl Kanai, would say that he would put beers in the top part of his toilet to keep them cold, and then drink them in the shower.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's taking it to another level.
Well, that's
right
where
there.
you keep your stash, buddy. I mean, a lot of people
Right,
are aware of
yeah.
this. That's where you put money and
That's
Rolexes.
like back in the day, putting a hamburger from McDonald's on your windshield on a hot summer day, and knowing that you can come back to it in a few hours and it'll still be nice and
few
warm.
days.
What's going on?
You haven't heard of this?
Oh no,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
I've heard
jeez.
of it now.
He's like, I've done it.
Now you know. Now you know.
I mean, I can't. I mean, dude, I've done all kinds of
You've
hilarious
never
stuff.
done that.
Not with food. I mean, with myself.
Right.
You know, I've done awful things like sleep in front of places where I have the keys.
Yes.
You know, I have the keys to this place. It's 1 degree out. I'm sleeping in front. I can't get in. I'll just sleep right here.
Right here.
But those are people who know me from my illustrious bar career or managing bars.
Yep.
Managed to get them closed down because none of them are open now. Just ask Stan, who's about 2 offices down.
You've gotten out of that. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm supposed to not read this, and I won't read it. But first of all, I'd like to correct a little, and we have talked today about diction.
Yes.
We've talked today about diction. We've talked about spelling. We've talked about other and I do want to talk about one other thing. It says don't read this in loud. It's supposed to say don't read this out loud.
Right.
But does that say in or
Impatient is what it was.
Impatient.
He didn't have the time.
He didn't have the time.
Right.
Out.
In or out. Instinct.
Oh,
That's how they found a
in or
baby skunk.
out. Oh,
In
see,
or
is that
out.
you're smart.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is-
Wearing your thinking cap again.
I
Trying
need to
con-
get one of those. huh?
Yeah.
Do I look smarter now?
Oh,
No, I
wait
look
a
like I'm
second.
wearing dirty glasses.
Yeah, no, come on. They're not the Ray-Bans.
Well,
that you have.
here's the thing. Here's the thing that I
have
do
been
believe.
admonished by Presley.
The smartest
about
men in
my-
the world
Yeah.
have missing buttons, and their sleeves are all messed up.
But
Glasses
don't they
are
wear
dirty.
them all the time?
That's what it is.
now,
They're-
wait a
they
minute.
always got.
Brian
It's 'cause
doesn't have an excuse.
he's a
He's not wearing
genius.
this
He's a
I
all
was
the
genius.
attacked
time.
by a tiger. Yeah, just
Right.
ask somebody down the hall if I'm a genius. That's correct. Me and
You are a
Mancow, right?
genius.
Mancow Mueller, what's happening, brother? What's going on? When can I watch your? Oh, forget it. That being said, we are the
Yes.
Chicago Style Podcast.
Woohoo.
We love you guys so much, and there's plenty of sound effects coming on. And of course, we are with the lovely Ms. Presley, and I'm Brian Schyler or Brian Jurgens, whatever you like to call me. And I'm sure there's worse words you like to call me, and you'll see me soon to tell me those. And I won't care even then. And Murph in the Morning, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful host over there who's got all kinds of interesting bells and whistles. And usually he's juggling balls,
Yeah.
maybe at Belmont and Halstead.
We'd like to thank you for watching for the first time or the last time.
First, or how about many more times? And don't forget Giancarlo. And by the way, Miss Cat. Well, no, not Ms. Cat.
Oh.
Just Cat. Kitty Cat. Kit Kat. And I don't want to hear any snickering about Kit Kat. Wait a minute.
Oh.
How much candy? And by the way, Stan, GC, can I hold on? I'll be back in 3
Oh,
seconds,
hold on.
guys.
So how about that local sports team? Oh, he's back.
Oh, there's my
You know
pillow.
that pillow is making you look old.
Yeah.
Brian.
is bingo? Get to my table before the Leibowitzes get it, and I won't be able to eat my dinner.
Stan Wozniak, our illustrious leader and owner here at the beautiful CineCity in Chicago. That's right. We've got the mugs to prove it. Stan, we brought you some beautiful Halloween candy. We got Nestle. Speaking of Kit Kat, who is not here again, shout out to Kit Kat.
Miss you, Cat.
We do miss her very much and her astrology powers. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Stan, we have Reese's and Nestle Crunch and some Snickers and some Almond Joy, and then all kinds of cooler stuff at the bottom. That's what we kids call no-name candy, and of course, some Dunkin' Munchkins.
Some holes for you.
That's right. And by the way, when I got these Dunkin' Munchkins, Stan, I said to the guy, I'd like a box of Dunkin' Munchkins, please. And the man said to me, 24? And I said, 24? He said, yes. I said, you guys count these? I just thought they poured them in
Right.
out of love and respect for their guests or their customers. And they're counting them, you know, like it's a withdrawal from a bank, a Dunkin' Munchkin bank. And you know, these are some kind of currency that we're unaware of. But I mean, you know, to people that are hungry and like sweets,
I'm going to start
Well,
a
you don't
bank
wanna have
account
less
right
than
now.
24.
you don't now. And now, you know what? That's a great. Let me move all this. Well, here, sure, go right ahead. But I mean, That's that's hardly moving it. But I'd like to say, she brings up a great point. Now we're going to be counting, and you people out there in podcast land, you're going to be counting to make sure that you at least get 24 Dunkin' Munchkins
At least.
from now on. Because what if you get 23?
Nobody wants to be that person.
But it could happen. It can happen to you.
Wasn't going to happen to you.
If you know, was
24.
not. Nope. Wasn't going to happen to me. Guys, make sure you get your tiny little notebooks from Murph or one of your good friends who writes suck toes on the second page.
Yes.
Then you know it's not new. And we're going to make sure that the lovely Presley, Ms. Prez, gets
And the lovely GC.
and the lovely GC. GC, you're getting a booklet.
You're getting one too, buddy.
Yeah, right. And you guys won't, or will you, because you resealed these with a
So whatever's in there, whatever's written on those pages, that wasn't from me.
right. Sanskrit, right? It found with the biblical. We're very biblical today. Yeah, right. Well, why not? It
Tis the season.
That's tis the season, right?
Exactly.
Thank you, folks, so much for watching. We'll see you
Thank
next time. We love you. Someday we're gonna have some closing music and a different stylization up there. But we are the Chicago Style Podcast, coming to a platform near you soon, and we mean beans, Governor. Thank you. Love you. Good night, Governor.
City lights, they shimmer bright at night. The wind, it howls, it holds you tight. Feet hit the pavement, the rhythm's alive. Welcome to the beat of Chicago style. Oh, Chicago style. It's bold, it's true. Where dreams are